Good morning, everyone. It's Yvonne back to do your bonus read. We're going to use the Handsome Roberts deck for this. I actually feel like I need to change up. I'm going to have to do a change up shortly. Getting a bit tired with the old decks here. Oh, you know what? Let's go to the Before Tarot. This was a gift from one of my beautiful subscribers, and I haven't really used it much. The Before Tarot gives a very different idea. It's the step before the Rider-Waite. So it sort of gives you a very different perspective on your reading. So let's have a look at this one. Let's do this. Okay, I hope you're all having a wonderful week. The weather in Australia, or the lovers just jumped out there. The weather in Australia here is just starting to turn cool now, so starting to get into the old winter woolies. Not a fan of the winter, but at the moment it's not too bad. Okay, so we have the Chariot coming out here. So the Chariot talks about moving forward, talks about forward movement. This is generally guided by the universe, though. It's not sort of you making a decision. It's the universe sort of really pushing you to move into a direction. It's about sort of, I hate the word control. I'm not always sure I like the word power either, but it's like understanding your personal power and being able to control your journey forward. Not that we can control what the universe wants from us. We can control what we have for breakfast. That's an easy one, but you can't always control what's going to happen in your day. So if your fridge is broken down and you can't have breakfast, or you don't have milk, or whatever else the universe has stood in. But this is about taking your power back and moving forward. We do have the Judgment card behind us, so it's got something to do with your past here. That's the Seven of Swords again, and that came up in the What's Cracking reading. Very interesting. Yep, okay. So we're just going to have used a completely different deck, and we're going to get another reading like the What's Cracking today. This is about somebody offering you love that perhaps you didn't trust in the past. No doubt about that at all. This is about having a second chance with someone. It's about the universe moving you forward to take a chance on a rebirth, to take a chance on a different life here. But it's something to do with not trusting love and where it's coming from. I sort of just want to clarify this because I'm not necessarily talking about romantic love here. So I guess many of us have had a journey with people who perhaps have been very stuck in their own ways in the past. And for me, I've had a lot of people around me like that. And I've always believed that people couldn't change. So I wouldn't perhaps let people back in who'd done me wrong before. So I've had, I guess, a bit of a strict idea on how people go. So people have done me wrong in the past, and I've generally gone, well, you know what, you're hurtful and nasty, off you go. And a few years ago, I started sort of thinking, maybe I should just listen. And of course, some people prove you wrong. You think, I'll just give them a little bit of a go here, and then they turn out to be absolute dicks again. So you sort of like, yeah, off you go on your bike. And I've had a couple of sort of occurrences happen recently where I've realised that people can change. I don't think it's a very common thing, but I do think that people have the ability to change. And I've really guessed by looking back at how I've been over the years, and even though my changing has been very different, I never was a hurtful or nasty person. I was the other way around, where I possibly was a bit of a walkover, a bit of a pushover, didn't respect myself, didn't have very high standards of myself. And I've turned that around now to understand my value. So I guess what the universe is saying here, and in the other reading as well, it's about us understanding that change is possible. I feel like this particular reading isn't particularly about romantic love. It may be about a family member or a friend or someone who's close to you, who's making an effort to show love to you that perhaps didn't get that in the past. There's been some sort of awakening for them too. Okay, so the first card that's coming out here is the Hanged Man. Now, the Hanged Man talks about taking time out to look at things from a different perspective. And I guess this is good advice for us all here. I love that we have crows or ravens on the top there, if you have a look. This is about looking at things differently. I think there's a lesson in it for us here. Now, there's the earth sign again, and the earth sign came up in the last reading. If you are an earth sign, and I do note there is a snake offering you the pentacle here. So this may be how you see this person here, as a bit of a snake, but maybe you need to understand this pentacle is a gift. So even if you didn't accept this person back, even if you didn't listen to them, there is a gift here for you. Okay, Eight of Cups here. Funny, because I was going to say the Eight of Wands, and the Eight of Wands came out in the What's Cracking reading. So maybe something is about to start moving very quickly here. Someone has drank from their own cup of self-love here. So they are understanding the journey as well. They've just come from a very different perspective. And as I said in the What's Cracking read, I've seen two complete narcissists change their life around. I never thought it was possible. And psychologically, if you go by that theory, it isn't. But I feel that they've had an awakening. So this person here is now drinking from their own cup. Some of this could be you too. I might be talking to you. Knight of Swords here. This person is coming in with the truth for you. Now, this may not be an apology or a truth in terms of what they're trying to say. It might be something that opens you up to your own truth here. This is very, very deep. I could probably sit on this for an hour and give you a really thorough reading on this. This is about cutting you open, and not in a physical sense and not in a violent sense. This is about getting deep into you to see who you are. This person is offering you an opportunity for you to grow from your own experience here. Oh, lovely. So the universe has actually got the upper hand in this, and I could say that from the Chariot card up front. This is about to move you into something new. The universe wants you to move forward on something here. Yeah, this person's very passionate that's coming in. They could be any sign here. I feel like they're strongly earthy, but it might not mean they're an earth sign. They have a very earthy sort of, very earthy feel to them. But this is also about passion, driven, love. This person's really going to, yeah, look at this. It's someone who you respect. It's someone you either had a lot of respect for. It could be a father figure, brother, someone who has been in your life that you've had some sort of issue or problem with, where you've fallen out because of their behaviours, because of their dishonesty, whatever it was for. And you've fallen out with this person, and they're rushing back in because they've had an awakening now. So this is about letting your defences down here and understanding. I think it's very interesting. This guy is actually praying here. This is about you letting your defences down, because even if you didn't accept this person back, there's something they have to offer here that is a gift for you. Look at this. And it will help you move forward on your path because it's helping you to manifest. Beautiful. This is something to do with your own personal boundaries, which is similar to the What's Cracking reading this morning. So what we have here is the universe moving you forward on something that you probably would not have moved forward on before. So this person's done some sort of something in the past that has hurt or upset you. You've either rejected them or pushed them out of your life, but you've had very little to do with them, I think. And the universe is saying they're coming in to make you an offer here. Now, because you see them as bad before, it's very difficult sometimes to see past that. But this person is trying to come in. They're being pushed by the universe because they have something to offer you that will break you open, will help you to see forward, will help you manifest. I feel it's possible in the past you could have had a lot of respect for this person. They could have been a family member or a friend that you really loved, and they let you down. So this is something to do with you, though. This is something to do with cracking you wide open, bringing in some sort of news, gift, energy that helps you to see deeper into yourself. Because there's this idea here. See, look. See, in this card, you see the wolf in the past broke down your boundaries. This is that, I always think of the sheep in wolf's clothing. Okay, because I remember somebody doing a reading for me years ago and said, I always accept these sheeps in wolf's clothing into my life. I get that. So it's about you understanding that you need to let your defenses down, because whether or not this goes forward, whether or not it's a relationship, whatever you do with this is really irrelevant. It's about listening to the person coming in to help you understand something within yourself here. And it's exactly the same as what's cracking reading. It's amazing, isn't it? Completely different deck, similar cards, meaning, but coming up with a very similar meaning. Okay, so the card of luck has come out. It says you're right to be strong and optimistic about the opportunities ahead, because what this is doing for you here is opening you up for manifestation, for you to have more control in your own world, for you to know how to move forward to bring the best things into your life. So if you struggled in the past, this is the universe's way of saying, look, we've seen you're struggling, and here we are to help you move forward. It may not come in the idea you thought it would, but here it is. Make good use of it. Thanks, everyone.